Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to a new video. I'm your girl Adriana Montanez, also known as Adri Baby. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber, but today's video is a little different. I thought I'd share a little bit of a personal story and just some of my opinions on the one and only, my obsession with Playboy. So if you want to hear what I gotta say, then keep watching. So clearly this is a new channel and people are still getting to know me, but I was one of those girls that was very obsessed with Playboy. And after I watched the recent documentary and just putting little things together in my life just the last few years, it all makes sense. With a lot of what's been in the dark has been surfaced to light, and I just want to share a little bit of just awareness. And I was very obsessed with Playboy, you guys. Like, I used to buy so much merchandise, and recently I just decided to sell it because once I saw the documentary and I saw what I was truly supporting, I can't support that, you know. And I'm one of these women who's huge when it comes to advocating for human trafficking, along with protecting our youth, and the way even just the agenda was sexualizing our youth at a younger age now. And being where I'm at in my mid-30s, I just feel like I had to make this video. It's something from my heart and I just want to share it. And if it can inspire or wake up another girl out there and let you know, like, a lot of the imagery that you see on social media and TV and episodes with, you know, sitcoms and music, it's all fake. The world's a stage, and they're just trying to lure in as much, I guess you could say, how many lost souls they can gather, you know? And I was one of those girls. I was one of those girls that was very obsessed with what the beauty standards were, or what the beauty standards are that the world likes to put out there. And I always wanted to be a bunny. I know girls that would go work at they actually lived at the Playboy, the bunny house, which is separate from the actual Playboy mansion, and they would go to these parties. They were sexualized, they were completely naked in, like, literally G-strings, you know, with other men. And it's so crazy. Like, looking back, I was invited to a few of these events and it's like I never could make it. And it's so crazy because it was something that I wanted to, like, go to in my 20s. You know, I was in the nightlife, I was in the club life, I worked in different clubs, you know, especially different counties, and I was in Los Angeles a lot. Looking back, I'm really grateful that I didn't make it to some of these events I was invited to. And just seeing the documentary on what was exposed, it really just hit my heart and soul. And not only that, I actually have had different stories and different encounters where I've actually been able to pull a woman from a vulnerable place who was drugged by somebody that she cared about or that wanted her. And I was actually able to bring this girl back home. But it also caused friction between her and I, because she doesn't realize what she went through. I was able to pull her out of it. That's maybe something I could share within, you know, as you get to know me deeper in the channel. But I just wanted to share that, you know, there's no perfect person out there. And I was one of those that, I guess you could say, I idolized the Playboy bunny life, you know, what Hugh Hefner would do for these girls. And it's like, you know, you make it appear to a spread and you get paid X amount of money, which the girls actually were never paid. That's actually been confirmed and exposed, and there's been countless documents of proof. And it really makes me sad how so many people just kind of just shred it. And what's crazy is the name is still making so much money, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, a few months ago I was looking at certain Playboy sweatsuits and I'm like, oh, this will be dope, this will be dope. But I was one of those females who just did not know until I actually started reading into it. I watched the documentary and went further into it, and it really, once I saw some of these interviews and just visualizing what these girls went through and seeing the trauma, how it affected them, I can't have anything like that in my house. I can't have anything of that just close to my spirit. As happy as I am for the world to be coming back to a better place, you know, we're getting back to a normalcy, and we see everything that's been in the dark and corrupt that's been brought to light. They're still pushing certain agendas on our youth. And as a true conservative woman that stands by the values that I stand by, and having God in my heart, I can't support a brand of this. And it's in regular cartoons, you guys. It's all over Disney. It's different shows, different cartoons on Nickelodeon. I mean, it's out there, and there's different parents. There's parents that are just gonna turn a blind eye, And there's some that are just going to continue to fight like me, even if it means getting another door slammed in your face. I'm not here to try to put out here like I'm some type of saint, because I am not perfect. I am a sinner. I am a broken individual just like anybody else. I struggle with my own PTSD and traumas. Trust me, I have my own, and that goes down different ripples. But I just felt like after I saw this, I feel like we need to continue bringing that exposure to light. There's numerous amount of other victims that still haven't even come out. Seeing what these children go through that are trafficked every single day. You know, some of these little girls that are getting sexually abused over 200 times a day, that are under 3 years old, that are being sold. You know, I mean, it's just something that still needs to be talked about. And I understand too, because people are just like, well, you know, this has always been going on. You're right. It's true. It's always been around. And then there's other countries that are just more, actually, I just think it's all ruthlessness in general. It's just heart-wrenching. We're in a day and age now where the younger generation is just, they're idolizing this imagery of, like, you know, big breasts and full lips and, you know, the Botox, you know, a perfect face, whatever it is you want to call it. And I saw an influencer recently. She's literally 18 years old. Beautiful girl, great content. I don't want to say who it is. And she's advertising Botox. If you get Botox, it'll reduce pores. That's a new one. You know what'll reduce pores? Probably high sugars and garbage that a lot of these young girls like to eat. You know, it's mind-blowing that this is what we're dealing with now in the day and age that we're in. But this is just to bring awareness, and, you know, I know this is something that's been out there, you know, and I was one of those girls that would tune in and watch it. I was one of those girls that's just like, oh, I want to see Kendra and Bridget. I want to be like Bridget one day. And for me, I love the fact that Bridget went to school. You know, that was like me, you know, at school, and, you know, there was like this nerdy side of her, but she was still sexy, and I love that in between. And just, but seeing and hearing all the graphics that went into it, and there's way more into it. Obviously, I can't get too needy on here, but we need to take a step back and analyze. I have a lot of empathy for women that have been through severe forms of trauma, along with repetitive rape, even just being in relationships where you're being forced sexually. And it's by somebody that you love. You know, I know what that feeling feels like. And I was nowhere near to the severity of what these women been through. But I just feel like once I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I just need to take out anything that's even tied in with this logo, and I just need to let it go, because it's not. So I decided to put it up on my Poshmark and Mercari, and the money that I get from it, it's actually going to go towards the homeless. So it's still going to go back to somebody. It's just not going to go back to me. But I just wanted to share this video, you know, and, you know, just so you can get to know me a little bit more. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely, I'm no better than any other individual. And I just wanted to share this out there. And if you are one of those people that still obsesses and wants to rep the Playboy, watch the documentary. Watch the documentary. Listen to the interviews. Read these notes that these women went through. And Hugh Hefner was not to be glorified. And for one, I was never into him like that. But just hearing what he would do and demand and the way he would talk. I mean, I'm sorry, but Hugh Hefner to me was just a straight predator. There was nothing romantic about him. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. I don't wish anything of what these women went through to anybody, not even to my worst enemy, not even to people that I don't even talk to anymore, let alone family. But hopefully you found something positive with this video, and we still need to be very open and very transparent, especially when it comes to our youth and our children. We're being really hypersensitive into what they're engaging with and what they're looking at, what they're idolizing, you know, especially to our young females. You know, I know the trafficking and the sexual exploitation is boys and girls, but we still need to protect our children on all aspects. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I definitely will catch you on the next one. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.